Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 287. This is going to be the last video to discuss this particular series. We're discussing episodes 47 to 50 of Kakuranger. The first three are just standalone episodes, and episode 50 is part 1 of a four-parter. Now, these last three episodes do feature the last three monsters that are basically underlings of Damaru, and pretty much the last, basically 50 introduces basically two new monsters, and that sadly is it. I'll get to this, don't worry. The first one is mostly put, his whole thing is that he wants to create human fireworks. Gashuda, and for some reason, Sosuke, the red Kakuranger, knows about him. He's like, really? You know about me? Yeah, I thought this is kind of weird, and also the fact that the Marvel seems really bored with this guy. It's like, just get over your point already. It's like he doesn't want. It's like basically you can tell basically the character, the main villain of the series, does not want to be this episode. Like, oh no, we have a filler. I have to be here because I'm contractually obligated to be here. He's here for like two scenes. Like, he's here to see fireworks. That's really it. It's like, fine, whatever, we're in a slump anyways. I'm thinking, really? You're in a slump? Even though you just got your Skull Castle just not even 3 episodes part of this one? Yet you just got a new base operation and you're in a slump? After 2 straight defeats from having this base? Yeah. It's not really explained how in the world Sosuke even knows who this guy is. It's just really weird. But the whole thing about this one is to create fireworks by using an actual person makes fireworks, a popular one, and he does know you're a big fan of his. I thought it was a really okay episode per se, but not really noteworthy. And then we have Yokan Ona for episode 48. Yes, a snow woman. This one seems a lot more interesting of an action. This is not exactly, let's say, plot driven per se, to drive the series. No, it's more like a standalone filler episode. It just, well, want to freeze the planet. And of course, it's kidnap people, turn into snowman. I thought it was a really good episode. You can easily fit it as a canon. Not much of an issue at all. I thought this episode was more interesting than 47 was. Yeah, at least the bill was interesting. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's the first time we actually have a snow woman. As for Snow Monster, well, the first one that was quite interesting, and then believe it or not, the final monster introduced in the series is Bubble Gimme, a man who's a guy who's obsessed with make people poor. Yeah, this was not that good of an episode. I was not a fan of it at all. Like, oh, he just turns people to poor just by magic, and then when he's destroyed, like, basically he gets greedy. Somehow apparently he's actually greedy, and ever gets turned back, and I'm like, what? Yeah, that's the thing about this episode. 49 is the first first time I've counted this. We actually have a really bad episode. Like, my God, this episode was so bad. Like, also there's an embarrassing moment when one gets turned into a poor version of himself. Even the monster turns a version of himself, making himself poor. I'm like, really? I mean, the plot of the whole idea to make the whole planet poor is a really stupid idea. I think this is by far the stupidest plan I've ever heard of monsters do to date. It is a really bad episode. I consider this probably the worst episode of the series. And here's the thing, it's the 5th to last episode. Because all the episodes part of this picture are pretty decent. Or okay. This one just plain bad. 50 introduces, like, no new underlings. Nope. 49 was the last one. Basically, in the case of 50, we're going to use 2 new monsters. Dairabuchi and Yamautami. These 2 are the younger siblings of the main villain of the series. The whole story of this one is that we have these 2 people running in, and here's the strange thing about these 2. Now, the brother was never featured in My Power Rangers Season 3, but he was featured as a background monster in Countdown to Destruction called Bonker, who appeared briefly from Monster for Divatox, which I thought that was interesting. Why not make him basically a monster for, I don't know, Repulsa? Because technically, if you want to adapt this Power Rangers properly, you could basically make this guy Rita's uncle. But no, not really. And as for Yamatama, she did appear in Power Rangers. Yes. Yes, she did. As a character named Discordia, a monster who appeared for 3 episodes. Master of Amatonic Armor Part 3, The Son of Discordia, and Night for a Day. By the way, Night for a Day basically was an episode from Zeo. Yeah, and the difference between Yamatama and Discordia is that Yamatama is Damaru's sister, while in the case of Discordia, she's basically a servant. Yes, seriously. Helm Saban's writers turn a character who was literally this particular villain's sister into his servant. Yeah, this was not a good idea. The sister into a servant, and now you feed to the brother. Yeah, and the fact that the Discordia basically had a fight with Titanosaurus, which is basically a carrier Zord from Zoo Ranger, which I should point out though, they never counted each other before. This was completely made up. And I heard that if you watch the episode, you're thinking, how can they put the Chuka Megazord into the Titanius Megazord? They're from 2 different Sentai. They put toys together. Yep. But I did enjoy the episode 50. I mean, it's the first 50 I've encountered in a while where it's not the final episode of the series, because a lot of the time when I basically lately encountered 50, usually it is the final episode or when I reach 50. Not really at all. This is actually the first one in quite a while where I've done a review for, where I've actually kind of passed 50 episodes, which is quite something. Now, I should point out though, there is technically 2 more Sentai left that do have more than 50 episodes, but here's kind of the thing. This is one of only 3 that have 53. Yep. But not really much to say about these episodes, except that 47 is okay. 48 was really good. I didn't like 49 at all. I think that 50 is the best. 40 and 50 are the best ones of these 4. The worst is 49, and 47 just okay. Yep. But yeah, this particular view. Next time we'll talk about this, which will be 288. I will be discussing the final 3 episodes of this series and my final thoughts. And I'll also reveal what's going to be coming next. Okay? Bye.